Yes, sir. Again, what I said, Diablo was fun. Anything else? Just adult stuff. So I did buy some stuff for Black Friday, but it's nothing really important, like some pants.
Yes, pants are important. It's
So the
cold.
pants are important. You can't just go outside without pants, especially not in the wintertime. So
The weather fucking dropped. It's cold.
it caught up.
Yeah.
It said, "Oh yeah, I forgot it was November, December." Here you go.
It got had it ran late. Like, oh shit.
Y'all liked having 60 every other week. Yeah, not
Yeah.
anymore.
And then got a lot of rain too, so
Not enough.
not enough, but we got some. I think it's gonna rain more next week anyway.
Gotcha.
But
Uh, let's see. What else is recently coming through though? I'm trying to think. Um, show wise, was there anything recently announced? I think it was like 2, 3 weeks ago we talked about some stuff, but that's about it, right?
yeah.
I
Um
know one thing we do watch is confirmed soon. We didn't talk about it in the last podcast, but isn't it confirmed that the WWE network is dead once the Netflix deal goes through? Like it starts the show.
yeah, so the WWE the WWE network still exists outside the US and that's what they use. So after once the Netflix deal starts, it's pretty much goes on Netflix. So internationally, they have to use Netflix to watch WWE. As in
Okay.
US, we still have to use Peacock, and the Peacock deal I think ends at 2026.
Okay. But as far as we know, when it starts here, the network is gone.
Yeah. Well, the network is not gonna, cause
No, in America, I'm saying. Not talking
no,
about
cause I think it's all
Netflix.
going to Netflix. So if the same stuff that they have on there is just going to Netflix. The Netflix deal is more for the international thing. So the network outside of the US is gonna be done.
So that's it.
Yeah,
Pour one out. R.I.P.
yeah. Cause ours stopped since Peacock, cause they made the deal with Peacock and then merged with Peacock. So
Okay, there you
WWE
go.
Network was done for quite some time in the US. So they
Gotcha.
use the app outside of US.
Gotcha. So that's it.
Yeah.
Internationally, it's done.
That was the big reason for the Netflix deal because it was made it easier for them to go all over the fucking world with Netflix. And Netflix is available in most places.
Uh, okay. Gotcha.
So
All right.
that was the big reason of the Netflix deal.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone could just watch it on one thing, kind of shit. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's not like game wise is very little bit coming out the next month or so. Well, I got the Power Ranger game coming out next week,
Oh
so
wait, you didn't talk about Dragon Age. You said you finished it.
oh yeah, yeah. So I did chat about. I did say it when you were playing.
Oh, you
But
okay.
anyway, I'll talk about Dragon Age. I finished it. I got one of the better endings, but I'm missing like three trophies, and one of them is a big part that you have to answer in a direct way. If not, you won't get the trophy. So I have to go back and do that. I'm mad that
Oh,
there's no new game plus. So I wish that was the thing. But then I was like, you know what? I'll just go to a different thing because I was the warrior class when I first played it. So now I'm doing the rogue, and I actually like the gameplay a bit more because I like the bow and arrow. I like the way it plays a bit. So I've been using that and just replaying and getting to the spots so I could just finish up those trophies.
okay. So I did hear the trophy thing, but did you give your review on how you felt about the game as in
So
whole?
the game I will
You-
say is more Mass Effect 3 than 2.
Okay, all right.
The companions are not the companion stories get better through like you building the relationship and stuff like that. But are they like characters that you really want to know like in part 2 than like Mass Effect 2 compared to Mass Effect 3? Not really. Like I could care less. The companion stories are okay, but I wasn't like really enthused with their storylines. I just liked them within the big story, and that was it. As in Mass Effect 2, I was invested in everyone's fucking story. And with Mass Effect 3, I did not like the companions that much, besides the old school companions like Garrus. So like it,
No, but what about this one? Like, who did? So it's just nothing. No, it's like companion wise, no.
They were okay. They were in like there was no like epic story compared to it. I guess the vampire dude, I forgot his name, but he has an interesting story, but he sounds like Puss in Boots, so he throws me off a lot of the time because his voice sounds like Antonio Banderas, and it just annoys me after a while. But his story was interesting. Um, Again, you got some interesting like parts of the story, and they all kind of combined into the main story pretty well. But when you go into their separate stories, they're not that great. They're
It's not
okay.
like the writing is
Yeah,
not
their
that good.
writing just they try to make points and validations, and I'm fine with that. But it's also sometimes it just goes away from what the original plot was and doesn't like have a good climax to it. So that was my only thing with the companion wise. Other than that, the gameplay is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can get creative if you do strategically know the characters and all that stuff, but I didn't do all that. I just went and hack and slash it and use powers here and there. But I'm not a mage person, so I always pick the warrior or the anything that has a gun usually, if Mass Effect wise. But so the warrior was cool because he kind of had a Captain America throw with the shield and all that shit. So I actually was digging that. The rogue has the bow and arrow, which is pretty cool. Um, so I'm just replaying it now, trying to pick the opposite things I picked the first time too, just to see the differences of what the game would do and these big choices that's supposed to like change the game. So like the one of the big choices was with the this crew called the Crows. There was a dragon attacking both um the elves and they were attacking them, and I chose to save the elves because I was there already and not go out and save the other dragon. So you see the aftermath of the city getting all fucked up and with the blight and the demons and shit. So I guessing that will happen the opposite way, and so I'm trying to see that. But the game itself, I enjoyed the game. Throughout the gameplay, it was pretty fun. It has some of those cheesy hero moments and some things that just didn't fit it because the way they presented it. But other than that, it was a fun game. Like I go 8.5 with it. I think an 8.5 is a solid score for that game.
Okay, all right. I've seen some reviews that surprised me how drastically up and down the experience was.
Yeah,
I guess you didn't run into glitches.
I didn't really have. I
It's
may
because I
have
see
one or
some
two.
bugs in it.
I had
That's
like one
pretty
or two,
funny.
and that was me. I fell in the water and I couldn't get back up, and he
Oh
kept
my
falling in the
God.
water.
I think that was one of the glitches.
Yeah.
Somebody
Other than
caught that.
that, I didn't have no like game breaking glitches or anything. I didn't really have anything that like interrupted my gameplay wise besides falling. But that was
Okay.
about it. Yeah.
And I know there was someone. How did the art style get you? Because I know it's not Mass Effect.
It's okay. Like I know people's biggest complaint is like the characters are not like great looking. They all kind of weird looking in ways, and I think everyone is kind of weird looking in the game. But just cause how they try to really like realistic humanize in people, but they look kind of cartoony. I think that's what it is. I think their eyes make them very cartoony. But other
Okay.
than that, like I didn't mind most of those characters though. It's just I guess it's just like from going from Mass Effect 2, and then that's going to be the high point of BioWare. Everything after Mass Effect 2, like the when it came to companions and things like that, I didn't like half of them. Andromeda was terrible with the companions, and I really didn't like Mass Effect 3's companions either. I felt like they were kind of annoying. So that was my only big gripe with this shit is like the companions could be kind of annoying. But again, if you get into it, some of the stories are pretty good towards the ending. But when they all combine, the story is better.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the game for the most part. Now I just started Generations, and why do they make you collect shit in Sonic games?
Wait, the first thing you collect is rings.
No, why do they make you find hidden shit in fast levels?
Oh, I don't know. Don't ask me that.
It
Don't ask me that.
that it makes no goddamn sense is as you want me to stop and look for a fucking red ring around this damn stage that I'm supposed to be going fast in, but now I gotta slow it down to find a damn red ring. It makes no damn sense in a damn Sonic game. The rings I understand because that's your life force and shit. But when you have like hidden chow fucking things, and then you have like 7 red coins you gotta find in a fast like Green Hill stage that you're just running, but now you gotta stop and look for shit. That's annoying as fuck. I don't know why they do that in Sonic games. It makes no fucking sense.
They, that's a legacy thing from Adventure. They never let go.
But Adventure was
I don't like
very
it.
open world, so it made
No, no,
sense.
no. But you remember the Sonic stages were the only the
It-
fast ones. The
yeah,
tail stages were slightly slower.
yeah,
The big stages were fishing stages. Remember? And the robot one was the
yeah.
kinda third person shooter stuff. So I could tell it's just a legacy thing. They never got rid of it. Because remember, the original games, they didn't do that. And then
Yeah.
did they put things like that in, what was the 2D one that came out?
Mega Mania? No.
Mania. How did they handle the hidden things in Mania?
It was the hidden levels for the Chaos Emerald, which is that's a given. And then the that 3D world fucking thing was with the checkpoints.
But it wasn't like anything that was comparable to the adventure games where you gotta
No,
find like items and boxes
no.
and yeah, it's just an adventure thing. I don't know.
I
That's
don't
how they do it.
understand it. I really like. I'm playing it and I'm like, why do I gotta find these things? Like, what's the
Well,
point
you
of having?
don't.
I don't, but I do
Well, you
because
don't. But
I'm straight. You fuck with my attention to detail shit, and it gets me annoyed. I gotta fucking find everything now. But I just don't get it in a fast-paced Sonic game. Like it does not make sense for it to be there. Now I gotta slow down to find these fucking things. When the game you're making is a fast fucking game, at least like make it within my route and shit.
what about Shadow stuff? Is his
I
stuff?
haven't played his stuff yet. I haven't got to it, but I think it has the same shit.
I figured if his stuff was more the remake of the original Shadow game,
Yeah,
his game wasn't fast. His game was like run. It was point A, shoot enemies,
I
trigger the
was.
switch or find the key,
Yeah,
go to the next section, do a loop the loop, shoot more enemies, find key, blow up door, and then that's it.
I
Or
think
fight
his plays
boss.
like Adventure Two,
No, but
which
I'm saying like, do you ever play the? I mean, I don't think you should have, but did you ever play the Shadow game?
no, I did. I've seen play gameplay. I know what it plays like, but I don't think
It
it plays
wasn't.
like that at all. I
It
think it
wasn't
plays
like.
like Adventure Two.
It wasn't like fat. So I guess they changed it up from what it used to be. So that's
Yeah,
probably good. It's probably for the better.
yeah. But yeah, I don't get the collecting things in a fast-paced Sonic game, like going back and having to collect shit. That shit annoys the shit out of me, and it's a flaw to me that annoys the shit out of me. Um, Other than that, like, and then they have a bunch of like try and trial and things like that. I understand adding more gameplay, and that's fine, but doing that shit just boggles my mind. Having to find hidden little things in the damn stage when it has like 4 different levels and you had to like fuck I went here I went here. They just want you to replay the levels over and over and over and over and over. It's annoying. I did find a treasure hunter uh, level up thing for my Pudgy Sonic, so at least I could find shit easy with him. But the other Sonic I haven't found it yet. Anyway, but I've been playing that. It's frustrating, but it's fun as well. More frustrating and fun, but fun.
Wait, is it the exact same or is the Sonic stuff actually different?
So the Sonic Generations, if you play the first generations, it's the same. It's just revamped and graphic upgrade, and then the Shadow stuff is the new stuff.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
interesting. They didn't decide to give Sonic a gun.
no, you didn't get a get.
Uh, it's pretty funny.
But yeah, that's something I just don't understand. Again, it boggles my mind. Why do they make you collect shit? And I don't know. I don't know. I do have Persona Reloaded 3, which I might play right after I finish my second run of Dragon Age. Once I platinum Dragon Age out, then I'll start that and see where that goes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I heard this was like my friend's probably my friend Steven. This is his favorite one. Reloaded 3 Reloaded. So
Okay. All right.
let's see where that goes.
Yes, sir.
Do I have anything else? They showed the new Sentai.
And who's that?
Let me see the name. I have it up here. It is called Goes Iger. Goes Uger. Goes Uger. There you go. Goes Uger. And it's a wolf, red wolf, green eagle, a blue lion, a black unicorn, and a yellow tyranno. So I guess Tyrannosaurus Rex. It looks cool. They're getting more cartoony with the suits. Because I've seen that in the last couple of seasons, they kind of getting more like Mask Rider-ish with the suits and stuff, with the Common Rider stuff. So again, because they don't really use the suits in America anymore either, so they kind of just revamped it and made it their own.
My question is that brand new, or is that like,
It's coming out this year.
so that's the beginning of a new one?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's happening. It looks cool though. I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching the Boom Ranger, the car one. It's actually pretty interesting. It's pretty funny. I watched like the first like 10 episodes and it was actually pretty good. We are doing the sent. Oh yes, I did send it. Okay, I didn't enter. And I said this earlier on the cast when we've been blank, but we've been watching Goes Year, Sentai, and it's not good. It's long and not good. This is the Megaforce version, and it's about like angels, like they're angels and shit, and they're fighting these demons that are trying to take over the world, and they're angels, and everything has like fairy-ish kind of dust and like angelic things, and it's just not good though. It's just kind of boring. I haven't been enjoying it, but can't wait for the next one. Go Kaiser. It's gonna be really good. So there you go.
Okay.
Talking about Power Rangers, the game comes out next week.
Okay. Next week.
Yeah, Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be fun. I have nothing else. You have anything else?
No, that should be it. Let's see. Uh, so we have this week's movie is Glass. It's 2019, PG-13, 2 hours, 9 minutes. Did you see this in the theater?
I did not.
It is directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Uh, so let's see. When did it debut? This says January.
Yeah, January. Like January
As
18th.
Glass. Yes, January 18th. Look, it has another name too. Uh, no. It's just left different languages. I thought it had an alternate title. Let's see. It is written and directed by Shyamalan. It stars, and this is not fair. They list all his personalities. James McAvoy as Patricia, Dennis, Hedwig, the Beast, Barry, Heinrich, Jade, Ian, Barry Reynolds, Norma, Jalen, Kat, BT, Kevin Wendell Crumb,
Shit.
Mr. Pritchard, Belinda, Luke, Goddard, Samuel, and Polly. That's all one man. That's Bruce Willis as David Dunn, Samuel L. Jackson as Elijah Price, and Taylor Joy as Casey Cook, Sarah Paulson as Dr. Ellie Staple, Spencer Tree Clark as Joseph Dunn, uh, Charlene Woodard as Miss Price, Luke Kirby as Pierce, Adam David Thompson as Daryl, M. Night Shyamalan as Jai, security guard. Of course, he's always in the movie. Shannon Destiny Ryan, cheerleading girl. Anna Silvers, cheerleading girl. Nana Wisner, cheerleading girl. And Kylie Zion, cheerleading girl. Is that about it? No, Sergey Didenko as Ronald, powerful young man.
There you go.
And Russell Posner as T, skinny camera kid. They were, they had a little bit in the beginning. Um, that it? Is anybody else of big significance that I missed?
Nah, I think you got it, bro.
They got, you know what? Shout outs to Jack McCafferty as comic book geek. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
So what's the synopsis for this one? Security guard David Dunn uses his supernatural abilities to track Kevin Wendell Crumb, a disturbed man who has 24 personalities. Um, that's rather simple, but is pretty much accurate. So it's more, this is like the meeting, the melding of the universes of the three characters, right? Uh, is is Samuel Jackson's character's like villain name Glass, just like the other guy's name is the Beast? Or does he ever never actually call himself Glass? Mr.
He,
Glass.
I think in the ending of Unbreakable, he kind of just claimed that his body's like glass, but he never actually called himself Glass.
Okay. Um, but basically, it's Samuel's character, McAvoy's character, who was the Beast, and Bruce Willis's character, who they call the Tiptoe Man.
Yeah,
Because in universe, they call him the Tiptoe Man. And then they, because it was a small fact in the movie that he was becoming more popular. Because I think this movie is like not a victim of, but you could see number one, the budget go up
yeah,
because this is clearly the one with the highest budget out of all three. But two, you can see the times catch up with the movie
yeah,
because social media and websites tracking like events in public like that weren't as big in the first when the first movie was out.
yeah,
So you see Bruce Willis's character and the events more uh not realistic, I guess realistic because it's not really like a fantasy supernatural movie. You know what
yeah,
I mean? It's a psychological thriller that just happens to be a superhero villain movie. But the thing is, like, the realism comes with how it's portrayed in the world around it, since it's more grounded. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So this one has the plot basically with a lady. The doctor is not necessarily like a Harleen Quinzel type of character, but she is a character who is like a psychiatrist or more like a doctor who specializes in this field of dealing with these people who have these, they think, what is it she says, like delusions of grandeur.
yeah,
So she's taking it as these people, the three main characters, like it's not their powers, so to speak, that's actually, having an effect on them and the outside world. It's more that they're having like a mental episode and they're carrying out these things. And then more for the beast, like it's more of, oh yeah, no, he has these personalities, so he's schizophrenic. That's what's really wrong with him.
yeah,
So she's taking it from that perspective. But in the classic Shyamalan twist, where they ask you the question, is this really real? 9 times out of 10 in a Shyamalan movie, no, 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 it's really real. So,
Yeah.
no, they are really superheroes in the real world. So, and that's what the story breaks down into. It's pretty good. I think it's a solid movie. I like this one a lot better than the last one, it, just because this one is less horror-y. Because the last one was more
Yeah.
like suspenseful horror, almost like the Beast was. He was like a. You could almost put him in the category of the movie's monster.
Yeah,
You
he
know what
was
I mean?
kind of like a serial killer-ish kind of vibe.
So, as for like a finale, or at least the big event
Yeah.
where all the everybody comes together and this is what happens and the situation that you have to deal with. Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, does get dry at times, but I do have to remember it's not just an action-packed superhero movie. Like I said, it's more thought-provoking and whatnot,
Yeah.
and character-driven. Like you see the girl from the last movie, and she has this whole character arc with the Beast, where
Yeah.
she's trying to. It's almost like she's trying to save him,
Yeah.
or she doesn't hate him. It seems like, which is like, all right, that's interesting. So, how did you like the movie?
I enjoyed it. I'll say I liked Split a bit more just because I liked the horror aspect of it. But it was a good way to end what they were trying to do with it, and also like having Sam Jackson's character to be more of the villainized and how they try to do it. The lady kind of being like, I don't know, like I saw what they were going with it, and I enjoyed it. Um, but I again, it goes into more the performances that I enjoyed more than the actual like story they were telling. So like McAvoy's character, I thought he was freaking phenomenal in this movie. Um, but other than that, like again, I thought it was a good way to end this series and how they just had it. But other than that, I like my review. I'll probably keep it in the same as the other two. I like some things more than others in the other movies, so I'm gonna keep it a 3.5 with the three.
This one, I think I'm gonna go 3.75.
All right.
So I liked it a little more than the last one. Well, it's just because that's not my type of movie.
Yeah.
I'm not the scary guy. That's not me.
So 3.75. Well, you have Unbreakable and 3.7. Those two are 3.75s.
Okay, so
Split
there
and
we go,
Unbreakable.
straight through.
All right. So you want it over Unbreakable or underneath?
Underneath.
All right. Our next movie on this list. I think it's Shazam. Give me 1 second. Glass 3. All right. Our next movie on our long list of comic book theater. We are going to be watching Miss Marvel. Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel. Captain
I have not seen this movie all the way through.
Marvel. All right, be the first.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, Captain Marvel's next, and then we have Hellboy. That's the remake of Hellboy. I've never watched it. I know the dude from that's Red Guardian. He plays Hellboy. Um, you have Shazam after that, Avengers Endgame, Brightburn, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Joker will wrap up 2019. And then the 2020 movies, we have Birds of Prey, New Mutants, Dark Phoenix, X-Men, Wonder Woman 84, Black Widow. 2021, we have Shang-Chi, Venom Let There Be Carnage, The Suicide Squad, The Eternals, Thunder Force, Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's it for 2021. So we have a lot of movies coming up. So again, next one is Captain Marvel.
Yes, sir.
Wrap this up.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep, yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok. All Mark the Mic. Also check out our other podcasts. We have the Morphin Cast, the Get Spread As the weekly Get Spread As Rare podcast. We have Shell Shock. We have Not a Trekkie, Gamer Rage, and we also have the weekly The Wrestling Babbles. So definitely listen to those. We have a new episodes of uh Morphin Cast and Shell Shock that been posted up a couple weeks ago, and also Not a Trekkie on its way. So definitely stay tuned. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.